control anymore to deal with MYS. MYS is so afraid of the fireworks because it just cuts into their health pools and prevents that regeneration. So close, Celestials. They've almost had it. Almost.
I mean, teams have come very close to defeating the five titans of defenders right now. I mean, yeah, just I saw the blister season go off, maybe perhaps a little bit early on the Decidueye, but when there is five absolute tanks running at you, you got to be a little bit scared if you are just a bird with an arrow on you. You know, a few leaves could do damage if you're not taken down, but you could see the Umbreon, I think, just solo united the Decidueye whenever they were able to get in, because they know if the Greedent can't take it down, if the Blastoise can't take it down, but the Umbreon is able to take it down, that's a major part of Zelestial's team comp taken out of the way. 93,000 damage coming on from the Decidueye, but it just wasn't enough, was it, to take down
No.
5 tank defenders? And I don't know how they do it, to be honest, Danny. How are they always getting the points lead going to that Rayquaza fight? Because even though it wasn't a lot this time, it still puts so much pressure, right, on the side of Zelestial, because you know you're going to be behind. So you either flip the Rayquaza, which you need to, flip it because you don't have like a Spirit Shackle, you only have Hyper Beam, or you got to take down the enemy team. But that's like a lot of sustain to go through, isn't it?
It's a lot. Also, apologies if there's any background sound. Someone's decided to just throw some fireworks right outside my window. But that is true. Like, okay, so firstly, I really think
Number two, Zelestial have a very important job to do. They know this is going to be match point for MYS here. If they want a bracket reset, they need to change up the composition. They need to think about some of the tips that we've been all saying today, and maybe turn this around for them.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this. So we've got a Night View, Foxy, Greedent ban. Are they going to ban both of Foxy's Pokemon, which would have been the Crustle? Okay, no, it's the Slowbro. It is fine. So are they trying to make Foxy play Crustle? Because I think we've only seen him play those two defenders thus far. I don't think we've seen him play any melee defenders yet.
I think
melee defenders.
I think they need to first pick Crustle or Blastoise or Tree here. I'm not sure whether Umbreon is the best pick here, but I guess if you're banning Slowbro or Greedent, you need to take one of the best supporting defenders there are, right? That Wish is going to be too strong.
They're playing normally. Oh,
it's over. The run is over.
It's so dirty. Oh, wait, no, they're going all attack. Don't tell me they're going all attacker. Don't tell me they're going all attack.
Oh my god! I mean,
it could go either way here, because I do think Sylveon and Mew, they are two viable Pokemon you can put together. But if they pull out another 2 attackers, I will lose it.
I mean, it's a great bait, isn't it? Banning Tyranitar and Delphox to try to make sure the enemy team thinks they're going to go all defenders. Baiting out the Umbreon, perhaps. Maybe baiting out the Blissey even. But, with that Mind Pick, I don't know.
This? Oh my god.
This is whack, isn't it? This is throwing everything off right now. All bets are off the table. My rulebook's out the window. It's going to be double supporter after double attacker, Danny.
Okay, no, we've got the Goodra. All right, so it's not Mr. Mime, it is the Goodra. So at least we will get one normal MYS game today, or I presume it will be normal unless they decide to go for another crazy last pick. But I think for Celestials, this has to be a complete 180 as well, because they were probably dead set on wanting to play against the all defender strat again, and all of a sudden it's back to normal Pokemon Unite. This last pick, and this is a Rebong's last pick as well. Is it really going to be the Mr. Mime to round out this composition?
I feel like there's just not enough damage, right, coming off from MYS if they go Mr. Mime here, because Sylveon and Mew, obviously, they do work together. They're really just baiting us right now. What if they just bring out the most random Pokemon like a Zeraora? I mean, I have to wait till the last second. They will lock in the Mime here, so... Sylveon and Mew against a Scizor Scyther? Or probably I think that would be a Scizor build, right?
I think it's Scyther. We saw a Scyther earlier today with this build, actually.
Okay. Scyther and Inteleon.
Yeah, they could always pivot if they really wanted to. They're probably gonna try and sort things out once they exit those lanes. Because I am curious to know for HT, is he going Mystical Fire or is he going to go for the Hyper Voice build? Because we've seen both builds today thus far. Most teams only go for Hyper Voice because they want to cut through the defender comp. But now that we're playing a normal Pokemon, like a normal game of Pokemon Unite, is it still going to be that? Because I still see an Incense on HT's build.
I mean, I think Hyper Voice would go pretty good into Zelestial here, mainly just because it works well with the Mew as it's another special attacker as well with the
And even Mr.
Gudra.
Mime.
Yeah, and Mr. Mime as well. You're absolutely correct. You know, we can even see a draining kiss Fable. I don't know what is on MYS's mind right now. They could completely just say, Mime is the actual supporter. I'm going to run a damage dealing Clefable. I mean, it's got that blue badge. It's got this Holloway as well. Anything can happen, right? And I think what is exciting is that if MYS doesn't win this game, they might go back to the full defender cover. I don't know. All bets are off the table, but let's get into game number 2 of our grand finale, Danny.
Jeez, what a way to sort of end the day here with a crazy grand finals. We've got the all defenders, we've got a normal game of Pokemon Unite, although a little strange, not too strange, but something that's going to be a bit of a palate cleanser to all of our viewers that are tuning into the broadcast. I want to, okay, Fu, very quickly, who do you think is going to win based on compositions alone?
I mean, definitely Zelestial has the better draft in my opinion, but if anything, today just shows that MYS can win with whatever comp, regardless of how ridiculous it could be. So I can't really say for sure right now. I am hoping there is a decisive game 3, maybe for a bracket reset, just because I love the action that's happening today. However, you know, all bets are off the table for me indeed. But look at this, a poor chance. He has to go against 3 members of MYS. This Fable is going to evolve already. I want to see. Oh, they're going to be heals, Danny. All right. A normal game of Pokemon Unite. No training kids.
They want to win. I do want to mention, though, I'm not sure if I'm tripping, but HT actually skipped half of his central area. He only took the top buff and went straight to lane. So he actually caught Zelestial completely off guard with his rotation far sooner than a normal central laner would have actually arrived. Now, this does leave the top lane uncontested because we do have Scyther here now. And there should be a simple KO here, Fu, but are we going to be getting a second one?
Oh, it's going to be very close. Luckily, they're not. The Draining Kids, they're Moonlight able to heal the team up. Here comes Hyper Voice once again. Maybe able to pick out this Blissey if they're lucky. Yeah, Mew just shy of it. Can they link a boosted? Oh my god, I couldn't even speak there because I was so nervous whether that boost is going to take down that Blissey, but managed to get out as well. So I think, you know, Zelestial, they really want to make sure they win this early game. They want that level lead, especially going up against a comp that is so, I guess, different to what they versed today, right? I mean, they're just looking at just the team comp, the Mew and Sylveon, the main damage dealers on that team. I mean, it could look a little bit weird, but MYS has made anything work today.
Look, the saving grace here for Zelestial is they have a level 7 Scyther. So if Scyther can pop off in this early game, he might be the one key threat to really cut down MYS for this mid game. He's going to try and focus on the stacks, it seems. So all eyes on this Scyther. Can he force this game 2 for Zelestial?
Good point as well, because Scythers Unite will be able to take down Mew and Sylveon if played correctly. And then after that, it's just going to be a Gudra, a Mime, and a Clefable, which can't really do much damage, can it? But here comes some dunks coming in, and they're going to break the top pad already. MYS, so classic, just clinic of their ways to able to put that points pressure right on the board as soon as we go through. It's not even 7 minutes yet, and they have the points lead. However, it is answered by a few dunks of Zelestial of their own, so it is only 6. Oh, it's going to be exactly the same. It's going to be 110 apiece.
110 apiece, but the thing for the Zelestial is they can go for the over dunk down bottom because they kept that goal zone at such a low health, at such a low level. So something for MYS to really be mindful about moving forward, because at the moment, Zelestial, they are trying to be as efficient as possible. Oh, this Umbreon, though, probably going to be going down, cornered by too many Pokemon. But so far,
yeah, it's going to go down. It's going to go down to the...
It might be this top fight.
Yeah, this is going to be a little bit more pressure. Mew pops his Unite to try to just zone everyone out of the top pad here. Instead of picking up the Mime, that's going to be a huge pick for them. And Scyther, we talked about how important Scyther is. They need to stay in the playing field here. They try to heal with a Regieleki. Now, a little bit of, I guess, the first skirmish going in there. No one really managed to, I guess, get away with anything important like a dunk there. Great defense coming on from Zelestial as well. But just looking at the levels, 2 level 10s on the side of Zelestial, no level 10s, no double digits for MYS.
And this is great for Zelestial because their comp is starting to really pop off. Yes, they may have lost one of the supports in that top lane, but it doesn't matter. Their key Pokemon going into that late game, they are hitting their power spikes, and they can punish MYS as well as long as they don't. As long as they don't have too many issues trying to execute these backstabs, because remember, Inteleon and Scyther, sure, they are really powerful Pokemon, but if they overstep their bounds, they can absolutely be punished.
They can be punished indeed. And looking
Oh, like
like this,
this.
Scyther may be punished here, but the Bliss Assistant is going to be so good to make sure
Woo!
they are still in the playing field. Muse beams are just firing off, but I'm still, I guess, hesitant of whether that's actually enough damage with the Sylveon. That is a massive overdunk on
Whoa!
top, a 39 perfection coming out from Zelestial there, and somehow they have that points lead now, which is, I think, for the first time today in the mid game, MYS does not have the points lead.
And they're not looking comfortable either. They're trying to group up as
Mm.
five, but this is a 5v5, Fu. I don't know if they can win this.
Yeah, this is going to be quite an important fight here. Everyone wants this Regirock at the bottom. Here comes the Hyper Voice shredding the Umbreon down. Has to bait out the eject. Blastoise not able to really stay sustained here. Oh, the Hydro Typhoon comes right on time though. Regirock is very low. Scyther pops into Night. Tries to take that Goodra, but it's just so tanky. Mew is so good at securing, and the Electric Ball will be able to convert it for their team. And MYS doing what they do best. Knocking out the enemy team, putting on the pressure, showing me that Sylveon and Mew is enough to take down most members of Zelestial.
Oh, that was the fight that Zelestial really needed to win. And then because of those knockouts, MYS are back in this game. The levels have equalized, and if anything, it's actually gone in favor of MYS now. So the snowball may potentially begin from this point forward. We do have another objective at that top lane. I was quite concerned for MYS because I thought if they lose that bottom fight, they're going to have to try and play catch up. They either have to go continue to get wild Pokemon from their side of the map, or they're going to have to slow things down a little bit and go for those little teeny tiny pickoffs. Now, because how things are happening, they can compete against Celestial in these skirmishes. Now, we still have to keep in mind we have a level 13 Scyther on the field. Yes, as we said before, this is a Pokemon that can be punished, but it's also a Pokemon that can pop off. Now, the thing is, it's MYS. This is a team that has played against a lot of Scyther in the past, and they do understand their roles when it comes to dealing with this particular Pokemon. But if Scyther can play his cards right and come in at the most opportune moment, he can come in and clean things up for Zelestial and open the game up for them to potentially push this to a game number 3.
It's going to be very important. All eyes are going to be on the Scyther indeed, but it's going to be a tough ask because there is a Clefable and a Goodra there, which can slow this bug Pokemon down. Now, all teams are just looking to maybe capture the rest of those yellow dots on the map there just to bump up their levels if they can. We have a level 13 Sylveon, a great place for a Sylveon to be going into that final stretch. You know, a minute to go. I guess everyone is just playing a little bit safer, but that Clefable, which is in the center area of the opposition.
Yeah, central area, it's totally fine. It's just a Clefable, doing Clefable things. If it gets knocked out now, it's not too bad. You've still got 30 seconds to go. Oh, but this bottom Reggie, it's a Reggie Steel buff. If Celestial don't get here in time, this is going to put them at such a disadvantage at the Ray Pit because this attack buff is huge.
I swear, this is like the fourth Registeel I've seen that MYS has taken out just before the Rayquaza pit. I mean, it all comes down to this, doesn't it? If MYS wins this match, they will be able to call themselves the champion. Here comes some snipes coming from Inteleon, maybe able to poke out some of the enemy team. This Sylveon is looking like a little bit of a danger. There has to pop the Unite move. That is so good on the side of Zelestial.
Oh, the baits are massive, and no Unites have been committed on the side of Zelestial, whereas Sylveon doesn't have the Unite move. I think this is the time for Zelestial to push this to a game 2. So game 3.
Yeah. Look at the spin to win over there. Blastoise able to be poked out by the Mew as well. Looks like Zelestial hasn't really converted that opportunity at all. Scyther still looking for the opening to go in. Guja's really nicely on the backside of Zelestial here. Look at that Mew Beam doing so much to the Umbreon. It's forced to use Wish on itself. Here comes the foul play going in, but the Mew Beam is going to take it out before he can even unite. And look at this. Blastoise still has the Unite move to knock out the enemy team, but the Mime Unite eject onto the Inteleon. Bliss Unite just saves it in time though. An absolute scramble at the moment, Danny. And, with all that dust settling, there's only going to be one knockout on the side of Celestial. So it's still going to be a refight potential. But the Inteleon will be taken out as well.
My gosh, things are starting to collapse for Zelestial. They almost had the opportunity. Now, remember, Zelestial still have the point advantage. MYS haven't won this yet. Now, they can access Ray if they really wanted to. Oh, losing the Blastoise is huge, though. 25 seconds off the field. If Scyther and Umbreon can steal away this Rayquaza, we are going to a game number 3.
Can they do it? But Mew is just gonna be too good. This is why Night Mew, Foxy's Mew have been banned in so many of these games. But that will be it. Team MYS, Danny, will be our Unity Class Spring Showdown champions. An absolute dominating performance through the winners bracket with all but one game playing 5 freaking defenders. But it is going to be at the end using a kind of interesting, I guess. You know what, Danny? I figured it out. I think it's 5 pink blobs.
Yes!
I think it's the pink strat. I thought it took me all game, and I was like, why are they playing these Pokemon? But big shout out to MYS from showing us, just a different side of Unite. It doesn't have to be competitive in the typical sense, but wow. I mean, I'm shocked.
We play Unite to have fun as well, and I think the players also deserve to have that moment where they can just sort of sit back, relax, do whatever they want, and I hope everyone that has tuned into the matches today, I hope they had fun as well, seeing the teams from Asia